Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we're the group 6 are going to be performing, acting the story of Puss in the Boots. Now, without further ado, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Ali Riley. I'll be the narrator of this story.
My name is Ahmad Habib and I'm act as Puss.
My name is Muhammad Al-Fatayla and acting as youngest son.
My name is JAKARTA and I am acting as the king. My name is Fatima and I'm acting as the princess and king.
I hope you enjoy our show. Let us begin. Once upon a time, in the olden days, there is a small city in Italy ruled from poor old Mr. Miller and his 3 sons. They lived hard but happily together until one day Mr. Miller has suddenly passed away, leaving nothing but his mule, his donkey, and his cat. By his testament, he gave the mule to the oldest son, and then he gave the donkey to his second one. And lastly but not least, he gave the cat to the youngest born. But as the youngest born achieved his inheritance, he left but to feel confused of what to do with it. A cat, but for what? He wonders to do so.
I swear that this friend will just enough by eating the cat.
This is my master. Just give me your bags, very good. And after that, I'll prove you that you don't enjoy such a boring me.
And then what? Waste my last few pennies on you? I rather buy myself food than to risk eating the cat the next day I see you again.
But trust me, my master, we need to do this to change your fate forever. I swear on my last of word, I will keep my word.
He is still unsure of what the cat wants, but as he thinks more of it, of how cunning Puss was, he thought to give the cat a chance to prove and to help him out.
Fine, if you say to keep your words, but you do know what will happen if you don't.
Yes, I know my master.
The youngest son then obliged and goes over to the market. He bought Puss what he needs and agreements as every last of his pennies has been spent for Puss' own wishes.
There, happy now? I expect something from this Puss, don't you forget about it.
Don't even worry about it, my master. Don't even worry.
Then, later that day, the cat bring a very special flower and come to the nearest rabbit warren. And he caught a rabbit with it. And then he goes to the king's palace. When he is in front of the gate, the guards halt him. But as Puss really insisted, the guards eventually gave up and let Puss into the palace. When he entered the palace, he met the king.
Who are you, little cat? And what do you want of me that you dare to insist on meeting me in person? Do my God already show you a way?
Here, my majesty, a rabbit of the wearer, from my noble lord, Marquis of the Carvers.
The rebel of the rebel? How very generous of him. Very well then. Say my gratitude to the Marquis of Carvers. Your excuse.
Yes, my lord.
The king surprisingly looked very pleased at the gift that Puss gave. Puss did the same as what he had done before, again and again. He made a present of these and then he gave them to the king. The cat kept continuing sending the present for 3 months and constantly said that the present were from his master, the Marquis of the Carabas. And every day, as the king accepts the things Puss have offered to him, the king starts to lose his guards down towards Puss. And Puss is very pleased of that. Until one day, Puss accidentally overheard the conversation between the king and the princess. This is it, he said to himself. It's his chance to finally change him and his master fortune. He then runs back to his master.
Master, I've come back with great news. If you follow my tactics, your fortune will be closed. Now, listen closely. I want you to sit down here and pretend to watch the river. I'll give you a sign when the king does his blood. Help! Help! My lord! The Marquis of the Carabas is going to be drowned! Thank God, it's you!
Little cat, what you of the breakfast? Are you alright, little one?
It's my noble lord, the Marquis of Carabas is going to be drowned!
Oh, poor thing. Let me to where he is now.
Over there, my majesty.
Seeing the state of the Marquis of Carabas, the king can help but to sympathize. The king then commanded his guard to fetch one of his best suits to Lord of Marquis of the Carabas to wear.
Here, it's not that much. But wear this, my son, before you catch cold.
The king has another plan. So that the king's daughter fell in love with him, the king invited him to sit in the coach and ride along with them. The cat felt overjoyed and marched on before the king and his master. And as he met some countrymen who were mowing a meadow, he said to them,
Good people, who you are, if you do not mow my lord, the Marquis of the Carabas, your soldier will be chopped up like a harp for the pole.
To my lord of Marquis Carabas.
You see, sir, this is a meadow which never failed to yield a plentiful harvest every year.
And lies after lies, this still continues to keep saying on so to convince the king of how wealthy they are. Until then, the king unexpectedly says,
Let's go to your castle then. See how prosperous and wealthy your country are. I can help, but I'll be curious about it.
Oh, we are so screwed. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. If you wait for the hour, I will make your castle ready.
Very well then, I don't mind waiting.
With that, Puss jumped away and went to the castle of the great Orch and asked to see him, saying he could not pass so near his home without having the honor of paying his respect to him. The Orch received him and made him sit down, and then they talked for a while.
I assume you can be everything as you wish.
That is true, you shall soon now become a lion.
No, I fear if you become a lion, you will get hunted by the king and his soldier.
The Orch then looked out of the window and saw the king waiting outside with his soldier. So he said,
What shall I do then? How shall I save myself?
I think you can be something very small so you don't get detected by the king and his soldier.
Fooled, in an instant, the Orch turned himself into a mouse, and Puss immediately fell upon him and ate him up. Puss then ran out and invited the king to enter the castle like nothing ever happened.
This castle also belongs to you? There cannot be finer than this court and all such the building surrounding it. It's very impressive.
Yes, my majesty.
They passed into a spacious hall where they found a magnificent room punch, which the Orch had prepared for his friends, who were that very day to visit him. The friends, however, did not dare to enter, knowing the king was there. The king was perfectly charmed with the good qualities of Marquis of Carabas. Without waiting any longer, he said to him,
If you don't mind, be my son-in-law, the Marquis of Carabas.
My honor, your majesty, of course.
The Marquis, making a several low bows, accepted the honor, and on that very same day, he married the princess. Puss finally became the great lord with his master. Now they doesn't have to catch around the mice anymore, and they can live happily ever after. Thus, the story of the Puss in the Boots, the cunning cat, ended. Thank you for watching!